the one that comes to mind, Gyro as well, but really I'm expecting Ursa or the monkey. No, don't give me Gyro as well. Yeah, don't give me Gyro. But and then like you said, they could OD at the 8th. So
Anti-mage.
they're interesting.
Fanatics, turn to ban.
Radiant team ban.
Yep. See the instant respect as well for Wami's Magnus. Was a great pairing with the anti-mage and maybe could free up his item build. So
5 seconds.
I do wonder what the
remaining.
build is going to be for AM this game. It doesn't seem like Vanguard gives you a whole lot of value into the Timbersaw lane, but this is going to be the Radiance that we've kind of been seeing a little bit. I know I've been asked, well, not asking for it, just I would say ask. I don't say asking. I've been saying that it is a build. Sure, wanting to see how it works out. But this AM is a very strong laner, so I'd love to see them pair it up with another good laning support. Is there kind of one that comes to mind that could pair well with the anti-mage and also address the Timbersaw and the 5?
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
And I would be totally satisfied with that.
That's you said did you watch the Yatoro AM guide? I think I remember you saying now, like he said anti-mage likes slows and stuns. Okay.
10 seconds remaining.
Yep.
Fanatics, turn to pick.
Real quick, did he say anything about other item builds? Did he say when there's a potential of the Radiance? Just so I know when to bring it up. You haven't got through it? Okay, so not there yet.
10 seconds remaining.
Good to know you haven't done your homework. It's alright.
That's alright, you haven't watched any.
Just play-by-play class though.
Radiant team pick.
Horse race. Oh.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
There surely could have been a better hero though to
Radiant
pick into the
team
anti-mage.
pick.
I like
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
yeah.
Fanatics, turn to pick.
Imber spirit.
Yep. And
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
the also nice thing about the Ember is that you have a way to set up for the Jakiro Ice Path. I do think a big reason why they picked the hero though is it's just a great response to the Shaman Shackles if you're nearby. Very easy to be able to cancel that from afar, but Jakiro has some issues if you're required as the first person to use the stun, but you've got Tiny now and the Ember to be able to set up. So I think another reason why I do like this Ember, because it can also feast onto the supports.
Radiant team banned.
Abyssal Underlord!
Uh,
10 seconds remaining.
is it?
5
Can
seconds
you-
remaining.
Go for a lane with more points in atrophy aura, and you go for like double bracer or something, so you just have a bunch of
Fanatics,
stats
turn
and
to
overwhelming right click damage. That's the only play. That's the only way I can see him playing this lane.
Ten seconds remaining. 5
Radiant
seconds
team
remaining.
ban.
Yeah. Another thing with the Underlord is just that the roots are very nice versus the Ember. I'm reaching here, trying to see kind of the reasoning
10
behind the
seconds
pick,
remaining.
but that is at least something.
5 seconds remaining.
Fanatics turn to ban.
We are going to be once again looking for Wami's last pick here for the offlane on
10
spawn.
seconds remaining.
What are they currently lacking?
5 seconds remaining.
Yes.
Radiant team pick.
Abandon.
Fanatics turn to pick.
Yeah, but and it's also like if you guys lose the early game, then
10
we just win
seconds
the late
remaining.
with Doom AM and Ember. So it's like you guys are on a timer once again.
5
Have fun.
seconds remaining.
So.
You may now select your heroes. Five seconds remaining.
Just trying to work out if I like this Luna pick or not. That's my question mark right now. Yeah, you are. Lancer sounds like a pretty poo-poo lane. I just think a very awkward carry at
Doesn't
this stage.
synergize.
Yeah. No, I got a lot of questions, and I'm happy for them to be answered, and for Horizon to be able to maybe prove my doubts wrong. I don't know if they will. That is this lane's going to continue to be like that, and this is you're doing it as well without an Orb of Venom, which we kind of thought he was going to go down to. And this is how you need to play anti-mage lanes, though. Like early on, you need to be up in their face, trading, burning all that mana, and then you very freely afterwards you get that advantage.
Malung Dai is doing a great job in mid as well. Just brilliant. Freshly had a bottle delivered to him, full health and mana, putting a few more points in the Flame Guard, just looking to dodge out the use of this Firestorm. Honestly, wouldn't even hate to see him go for not necessarily a kill attempt, but just be aggressive once again here. Maybe he's just for his level 4 so that he can actually
My heart
confirm that kill attempt. They're actually getting kills up top. One might die.
Oh, God. I don't know how they're not going to look for a toss back in a Scorched Earth, are they? Okay. Second, they might be considering that, but
He's not level 3 yet. We'll see what happens when he gets there. Can go really quickly though. Will they see him? Boots. Oh, he's going to get a lucky creep as well. The healing creep.
oh, damn.
God, that's exactly what he wanted.
Oh, my Lord.
Look out for fallen rock!
Seems like they don't want to lane
Dude.
though. Wami is just going to pull most of the creep wave. Maybe this is a little bit of a bait for Ponyo, although with that Observer Ward placed down, he's not going to go too deep in and be able to get a bit of a creep pull up as well. I don't think Ponyo should die. Luna
They
should
can
really
turn it. It's going to get pretty low off the back of this. Although God King's taking up a lot of the creep damage as well, Wami. Like you said, God King's got some one charges to play with, so very nicely done. Two members going to go down off the back of that on spawn. They will be able to get full reset resources. Meanwhile, mid lane Malung Dai, he's got the creep wave and a half that he's looking to wrap all the way around. So really feeling like this Underlord matchup's getting a little bit too difficult for him at this stage.
For sure. Great spot to right in front of that tier 2 tower, so no one's going to be running at him. Again, this was the weakness of the Horizon draft that we were talking about, right? Is that you just, it's not very active at all in the slightest. Look at Underlord though, park himself behind the tower, try and still commit to pick up a lot of that farm, but what I'm really looking for is Ember Spirit, Phase Boots, level 7 probably he's going to be able to get to at that stage. I don't even know if you need the full Orb of Corrosion picked up by that stage. I think maybe even just the Blightstone is going to be enough to get a lot of this pressure out onto the map. Everything that happened up top is because of this Observer Ward that Ponyo put down, right? It allowed them to have full understanding of how far they could look to make the bait happen. God King didn't get too greedy and just farm underneath the tower. He knows how strong he is at being able to make this turnaround. And I wonder if they're even... Did you get any right clicks up? I mean, most of the time at 5 minutes, I'm like, right, where can they use this Lunar Blessing to its full advantage? But Underlord already has a right-click advantage over the Ember Spirit, and you're not right-clicking as a Shadow Shaman and a Timber actually into this plane, which has very high kill threat.
Sure. WS would like it though. He's already doing very well in regards to his CS, but he, of course, going the Quelling Blade with a little bit of extra stats, almost Bracer coming out. But
is missing.
yeah, we see even without mana, he's actually doing pretty well versus the anti-mage, 31 and 6 compared to the 26 and 2. So I guess he might be in some trouble though. Dual Breath does land. It's just the slow though.
He got the D-Ward off on the top side, so at least Delul won't have to worry about that anymore. He's placed up a Cliff Ward as well. They're really looking to try and enable this Ember Spirit as much as possible. Hyde and Delul making the rotations through. It's going to spawn bottom and get that illusion. Pretty nice one, actually, against the Global, against Underlord as well, if he does eventually look to go into that Pit of Malice.
Garn as well leveled up Fiend's Gate at 6, so could this just be used to if he's ever in trouble to go back to base, or is there going to be actually a window for them to make plays maybe early on with this gate? Because I was expecting him to level it a little bit later on.
Yeah, I don't think it really is going to give them that much value. Maybe once Luna hits level 6, they feel like maybe they can use the Eclipse, but going to bank pretty heavily on dead here. Gate top.
They are. Nice avalanche from Delul. Wami should still go down to the Firestorm though, try to get that little bit of heal back, but it's not going to be enough.
Delul's following him.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
What's going on? He's not going to actually complete it. You got to finish the channel, or the Fiend's Gate disappears. And so I wonder now, without that potential for the Fiend's Gate, with Underlord being a little low on mana, they want to try and get a kill up on this top side. Doom's back up here. Not quite yet level 5 just yet, but does have the Arcane Boots, which I'm sure Dire would love for him to be able to pass over to him just for a little bit of that extra regen, and well, this should almost certainly be a kill. Not Chains though.
Even with is it going to be enough with Mercy TPing up?
Radiant's middle tower.
The shackles will hold Among Dire into place, so God King's going to be able to just scurry away. No point to the glaives though, so it's going to be a bit difficult for him to be able to position himself inside the jungle.
I mean, he can still stick up here, right? Like, that was the big rotation off the back of the illusion rune. I'm a little surprised that Mamang Daya wasn't anticipating that. I'm sure as soon as he picked up that illusion rune, he's like, right, I can now make a play here, but no chains meant that you just walked away on that Luna. It's a big missed opportunity.
We'll see though now with Hyde looking to join them up top lane. Oh, Deloitte gets a toss back as well to God King. Ice Path's going to be off the mark, so it should help God King once again just narrowly escape. Meanwhile across, actually gets a kill. Ponyo even was able to bring down Delul, so could be 1-for-1 in the end. So not too bad for Horizon.
Yeah, the Arcane goes to take them down.
Dire's top tower
should be
is
fine.
under attack.
I was going to go in with the slide up in a couple seconds. Doesn't have the Orb of Corrosion. No level in the Pit of Malice. That means Mercy's going to be chased down.
Your best effort.
Pit of Malice is leveled up now though, so we have to be very careful. And there we go. And you know, another +2 coming through for Ponyo. So he's got 8 intelligence stolen right now, and well, Doom, Ember, they don't have a ton to be able to play around with, so this is actually a pretty big deal. Try and get the creeps to do a lot of the tower damage for now is Wami. Almost up onto his level 6, of course that's going to give him against both the Timbersaw and the Underlord, just to prevent them from running away or preventing the rest of the team from joining in the fight. Back top as well. Has he got his chains? He does. 1 point in chains now. Just a matter of who is he going to find. I'm sure that they realize that the Luna's been pushed back into the jungle. At least has the 1 point in the Moonglaves now to be able to make plays with. But the lane is really not in a spot for you to be able to make this sort of play. See here, Mamang Daya is even helping with some of these right clicks to be able to clear it out faster, but Doom has to move back, clear the waves. So to me, the reason Horizon are in a decent spot in this game is purely off of Spawn not making a couple of moves that they probably should have.
I might see one come out mid, although I don't know if this Underlord is a very easy kill though. 1500 health for him. Effective health out of the cloak as well. So Delul looks like he's going to be in some trouble. Gets out of the Firestorm, and now Spawn just off the mark. The Ice Path there, very close to connecting.
He's not exactly the easiest kill either though, right? Very, very tanky as a support.
Radiant's bottom tower.
So I might be able to get Ponyo. A little bit cautious though. Well, not wanting to go too aggressive inside the jungle of Horizon. Plus, I did see God King farming there as well, who is getting a ridiculous amount of farm on God King. And this is one of the nice things, Luna having that built-in farming mechanic compared to the anti-mage. And looks like Dreamcell will finally be shoved out of this bottom lane. So, some good movements overall.
He didn't even go top, he went all the way back to base, wanting that regen coming through. So, some missed farming opportunities, and I was about to say, like, are they going to make a defensive move down towards this bottom side of the map? They had the siege to be able to play around with.
Bad Shackles drops the wards. Garn's even going to cave in as well, so Horizon, this early game's looking incredible for them.
Yep. I think it's, again, some missed opportunities. Shaman might look to come in mid, but I'm sure he's saying, look, I had to drop the Mass Serpent Wards for that. There's no real play that I can look to make around the mid lane, even with the siege creep there. Like the gun actually that gets gone on.
A much needed kill for Spawn. Back out of the tower, and with all the health, he still will go down. Unfortunately, Tide that gets him. Among Dai would have loved a little bit of gold given over to himself to help out his economy, but regardless, that can kind of slow down the game a little bit for the Underlord, who is off to a mighty start.
On the Atos as well, so again, just more lockdown. That feels like the area that they are lacking until the Shadow Shaman gets into his next item. I was about to say, like, is he going to actually go for this Aether Lens, or is it going to be like a blink
Blessings
for him first? He was only 600 gold away from the blink, but Aether Lens just provides a lot more than being able to stay out on the map.
Coin for me.
He's gonna dodge. Yes.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Very close.
You got Midas at least for Wummy, so he's going to be able to recover that net worth a little bit, despite the fact that Spawn are behind on all three of their cores.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
They'll be able to find their first T1 tower of the game as well. We will see Dire look to try and make a play though. Silence in the Timber. Maybe Ponyo's actually looking to try and drop some deep vision. Cover the smoke. Dream Assault will run into him, however. We'll see. This ward down bottom is really them trying to set up for Dream Assault potentially on his farming patterns. But is he actually wanting to even play down bottom now with the battle crew coming up shortly and with them getting this T1 tower top?
Absolutely not. That is the last place that he wants to be. No safety, no vision to be able to play around with, no juicy ancient camps for him to be able to go towards either. It's basically where I would expect Ember Spirit to be looking to put a lot more priority. Or again, I feel like it's on Spawn to be able to make aggressive moves because you want to take away the potential for this global silence to be used actively.
Radiant's
Don't
bottom
exactly have the
tower
greatest
is
heroes to
under
really make
attack.
that push happen though, right?
But the lure's probably going to go down. Hyde does try and TP him, but it's just Hyde. Although we're going to bring some more members. Pretty good blink timing regardless, so from Delorth. Another 13-minute one from him. He did kind of rush it. No wind lace this time.
Radiant's middle
Does help
tower
out that he
is
got
under
the
attack.
Lancer pursuit, but let's
Radiant's
see, 15
top
seconds
tower
without the
has
tiny
fallen.
to mount the
Dire's
defense.
top tower is under attack.
I don't know. Ember's coming. Bit available though. They really want to try and pop Ponyo if they can before he's able
Radiant's
to use that
bottom
global,
tower
but
is under attack.
you're happy enough with just reading this one out a little bit. Gonna secure this.
Radiant's
Gonna
middle
deny.
tower has fallen.
Kill the one to Ponyo. Get something, but like you said, no deny. Maybe they'll try and put some of their own damage into the tower, but they want some kills. Among Dire, eyeing up Mercy and Gun. Delor's going to be able to jump over the top as well. It's a pretty good reaction out of the Hex, so Tiny's not going to be able to get the combo. But Wummy now, they're in with the Doom. It's not onto the Timber, so this could be a fight for WS to turn it back around. As he's going to look to try and chain on forward. He does have the Kaya as well, so a lot of spell end for the Timber. Due to this, they're going to be able to get 2 support
Dire's
kills.
top tower is under attack.
We're looking for more. Atos not quite able to get him the range that he needs, although God King, he's actually the one making the rotation there. Nighttime giving the Lunar a little bit of an advantage, but get on away.
Packs of farming though, it looks like Spawn are going to go. Dreamer Soul already has his Blade of Alacrity completed after the Battle Fury. See Wummy. He's got 3 points in the Devour and already a couple Midas usages as well. So, yes, it's a bit unfortunate that you lose the T1 tower mid for Spawn, but what can we hope Horizon look to do now with this map control? Are there still some aggressive maneuvers that you want them to kind of look to play around with the lead they have?
I think it's still just making a bit more space for God King. He needs to get into that
Radiant's middle
BKB
tower
because
is under
otherwise you're
attack.
very susceptible to... I mean, if you get doomed on Luna, you don't really care all that much as long as you're in a position to not take a lot of damage, right? So if he has that BKB popped, you're not going to commit the doom onto it. There's much higher priority target.
He's in a lot of trouble here. That toss back into the Macapire. And that's going to be a big kill for them to fire him among Dire. Getting a little bit closer now towards the BKB. This bottom wave is going to be completely free for him as well. So there is a lot of farm for the Ember to claim now.
Just giving Dreamercell the ice armor is Wommy. Assist his potential to be able to scale into this game. Still a really solid anti-mage though, isn't it?
Oh. Jumped on a Silencer Illusion mid lane, so that smoke is going to pay off between the two supports.
Are they just going to drop Mass Serpent Wards here on Mercy? He's running deep if that's not the plan.
It's away from the tower though. Yeah. Whoa.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
One combo from the Timber and Dreamercell just lost 2/3 of his health.
What happens when you don't put max out reactive armor and you go that early? Zanjkaya. Very neat. Mass Serpent Wards to be able to take the tower when you've got WS here.
Radiant's top tower.
You would have to
is
say
under attack.
Horizon's best player from the last game, and I think
Radiant's
I'm
top
really
tower
surprised with how
is
much she was
falling.
able to get out of that lane against the
Global Silence use bottom lane. They're holding Delune to place. They're actually going to attempt the TP up, but Mercy will be able to stop it short. Look at the kill, and they're going to look to go back to top instantly. Dreamercell's going to be cautious. Still without the Manta, and he was not expecting them to return to the Rift.
Loving the way that Gant's playing this one.
Dire's middle tower
Getting a lot more
is under
active than we
attack.
see a lot of Underlords, you know. But I guess the plus side is you only need to play that sort of passive way if you've got a lineup that's looking to push into you, you know, and you need to put your body in the way.
Radiant's top
But
tower
look at the
is under
tower damage
attack.
coming out from Spawn. I'm pretty sure if we had a look at it, it'd be Hyde that's done the most just off the back of his liquid fire. Neo hammers, zoo creeps, be able to play around.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Are you in trouble again? Will wants the opening. Mercy's going to be off the mark with the Hex, but so is the Shackles with the WS nearby. Can he really take the team fight? One guy feels like he can, but he doesn't have a lot of momentum for the Ember to work with.
That's a good Doom.
But maybe Wommy can look to turn it around. A great Doom target onto WS. It's going to be able to hold him into place, but the Timber will not escape. Even Dreamercell wants to get involved as well. It's a huge mana void is gone. They need a little bit more damage. So look at the protection. God King's trying to stand strong off the back of the Eclipse, but they're just hiding the Luna. God King will finally pop the BKB. He's going to look to try and chase down Hyde. Duke can throughout the tree line. And well, God King feels like he has nothing else to offer in that fight. So finally, the fight will go Spawn's way. That's a big one for them to claim as well.
Really great Doom, punishing the Timbersaw that's just gone in a little bit too deep, right? Very, very squishy. I think I saw multiple 3-4 man dual breasts come through as well from Hyde, and that's going to be the bane of Horizon's existence for this little bit until they start to build into a few more BKBs for themselves. That magic damage coming through.
They're going to be cautious how long they stick around here in the jungle. Iris starting to respawn and
I mean, it's important to be able to take it away from the Luna, right? Yes, she's got the luck
Of course,
being
yeah.
able to go back to that bottom side, but you've got a Timber, you've got an Underlord, they're very capable of farming up that. The fact that the Mass Serpent Wards would drop and they don't have anything to farm on the top side of the map for this next little bit, it just means that this net worth is going to continue to creep back into the space. Team fight helps, but without that farm denial, that's even more important. And that we missed out to finish into the Manta style himself, so they're going to feel confident to be able to make another aggressive.
And it's also just enables him to farm a little bit more aggressive on Dreamercell now. You've got to answer to the silence, got to answer to both the Athos and the Pit.
So much priority on Mercy though, to be able to get his farm up. And he's close. 500 or so gold away from being able to get into the Blink Dagger for himself, so that's really what you're going to need to be focusing around if you're looking to take out Dreamers.
Yep.
They got a lot of root, but not so much stun. All on Mercy. Killed like this been a while. He's able to get him.
Just the wall and try and get the long range shackles. Wommy looking to cancel the team. Oh, he won't be able to. The global silence really nicely played from Horizon. Use that to make sure Delord will not be able to cancel the shackles. And now they're on the prowl for more. Over the right side, he's going to go down, and they might consider about Roshi. In fact, they still want more kills. Wami is going to try and TP up, but the Rift, it's fast enough to cancel it. 3 members go down. Hyde, he'll make it a 4th. Oh, for the boys on a rise and back to back, and there we go, right next to the pit, and they're going to capitalize on that opportunity now.
Mercy has no mercy, man. Like, given the tip over to Dreamercell as well after he's able to make that big play. Quick on the fingers, gets the juice on, high ground ward placed down, Locksmith placed with the shackles, perfect use of the Hex after the counter spell expires to not get it reflected back onto himself, and then you see how important it is. They put so much emphasis on being able to take out the Shadow Shaman and delay that Blink Dagger timing, but on the back of that, he's got it. He's got that, plus plenty of regen as well to continue playing aggressively on the map, so basically the hero that Dreamercell is going to be looking out the entire time. If Shaman's showing on the map, move away from him as quickly as possible and move away to a point where he can't just TP in and join the rest of the team.
This is going to be a very scary timing though for Spawn. Like for Dreamercell in particular, he cannot get involved in these fights without, I think, at least Basher. So, sorry, at least BKB. So he wants Basher first. That means he's going to need 2 more items. And with that Aegis, we should see Horizon get a lot of map control off the back of this. Spawn actually feels strong. Okay.
I mean, I don't think they feel strong. I think it's mostly off the back of this illusion rune that Ember Spirit's playing around with, so he's going to be able to wait the BKB for a little bit. They ideally want to kill either the Shaman or the Silencer first. They're probably Silencer, but just look at how they're positioning themselves. Gan's like acting as a bodyguard, essentially, for these two because of how farmed he is right now. They really don't want to run into
the vision on the high ground. Gonna be able to get the jump, but Tiny just gets blown up. Retaining Simon Mungai looking to try and deal with the Shadow Shaman. He should be able to do so under the cover of the BKB. He doesn't have a lot of remnants to work with though on the Ember Spirit. Down to the south he goes, but he used the illusion early, so if they can get the root afterwards, should be no escape, and then there you go. In fact, they'll just use the global silence to make sure they can get on top of him. Spawn, all they find is 1 kill, and now their tower's going to go down as soon as they lose that engagement.
Love the decision from Horizon as well. They realized that, look, they're going to be looking to go for pickoffs because that's really what's going to prevent Anti-Mage from farming. So how do we avoid pickoffs from happening? Play together. Play around our vision. Play around these high-value objectives. Bottom side is obviously the least safe place for Radiant to be right now. That's where we've got the vision, and we're even able to take away your outpost as well. Roshan, not a concern for the next 6 minutes. Really, really nicely done by them. It's like a complete turnaround from game number 1.
Yeah.
Got a Manta now on the Luna.
And this is her big spike.
Oh. All right. Hopefully it's a quick one. Lag coming through for the boys.
All right, well, this is the scary thing. The aim into the Luna matchup. Luna gets a little bit ahead. Doesn't have to be that much. A pretty goddamn early timing, and the Anti-Mage still needs a little bit more items like we were saying, so
Horizon is going to path forward, put down an Observer Ward just to try and enable the blink.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So, tower, looks like they'll be able to do so. They smoke, is that under a ward? No, it's just a sentry in that mid lane, so.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Dire's top tower
Anti-Mage.
is under attack.
Got a good understanding of where he is. That illusion rune, and there we go. Good pathing on that, and he's immediately going to be able to get away on Dreamers. Nicely done. Side of the map as well, so tower or not, who cares? Maybe you can use... Shadow Shaman does that. I was thinking maybe he goes to Outpost, gets the connection, and then they just start the Dark Rift in.
Coin for me.
Happy enough just to take away their outer towers. Yep. Safe places for AM to farm. At least we've got Bash though. Back.
Is there even any opportunity to go high ground with the minute 30 left in the Ages, or do you feel like Horizon are just happy with getting all these outer towers?
I mean, I think it's a possibility. We've seen both teams give away kills that they probably shouldn't have, right? Like, just someone off on his own that enables that push up into the high ground. Maybe if they had the flamethrower, they would feel a little bit more confident, because really the only thing that you're looking for with a Luna draft is take away the tier 3, and then the base starts to melt. You sometimes can't even get the blinks off because of the waves bouncing in onto them.
Gotta be cautious about the ward inside the base as well. Gonna get the jump pretty deep under the tower, but instantly God King pops a BKB and stands strong.
Dire's middle tower is under
If
attack.
they want to, they'll be able to force them back. Again, delay things out a little bit. Hit.
Mercy, he's going to jump in aggressively. They want to try and deal with all the other members. Meanwhile, Wally off to the left side. Leave the Doom onto the Underlord. He's going to be able to get the tower before he goes down. He's still not even dead just yet. They're lacking some damage. It's going to be up to the Ember Spirit, but finally the Anti-Mage shows up as well. So Radiant, they're doing a great job to avoid the Luna at the moment, but they're just not getting enough kills off the back of this until the Mana Void comes out. Dream itself blows up one, and now the WS Timber, he's got no mana to play with. No spells to use, no turnaround potential there, and Spawn, a successful defense of their base.
I was just watching Dreamer Cell that entire time, like, when's he gonna do it? When's he gonna make the jump? And it was all just around Shadow Shaman's position. The second that he went into any sort of vision, instantly gets the jump in onto him, is able to pop the Manta Style to be able to avoid the Shackle. Doesn't even get lucky with the bash, otherwise that would have been a dead Shadow Shaman as well, but by burning his mana down to nothing, he wasn't able to contribute anything to that fight. That's why he's
Gets so much gold off
the BKB
Dire's
as well.
middle
And yeah,
tower
the
is
gold.
under attack.
So now he's probably got enough for it, which he does. It just the question if he wants to go for it. He's sending the car to the secret shop, so looks like he's going to go for the Skadi route instead. There's another item I saw that got picked up. Or maybe it was the Arcane Rune that Ember's playing with now. Regardless, though, this is... It's getting scary. Again, like Radiant, you're starting to find your items. We spoke a lot about Wami being able to scale as well. They go a little bit more of the utility route with Degrees, but he's closing in on the Blink Dagger. And did you like that priority we saw from him in the last fight with dooming up the Underlord? Do we feel like that was the recipe for success for Spawn? And if so, how can Horizon adapt to that?
I don't think Underlord needed to be that deep, to be honest, right? You had the Aegis to play with on the Luna, so yeah, you get tossed back, but I feel like you can probably afford to save that BKB for the second life. I just feel like you need to... He is the one that's locking down the Ember Spirit. My main concern, right? So, because you need the Shadow Shaman to be able to catch Anti. So it's a question of like who you run first.
Shaved in searing heat.
And bought out for Skadi. Well, WS is pretty far forward. The Lord's not going to be able to get the combo back. With the ward to play with, it looks like Dire are aware of this though. Spawn instantly turned back around when WS chained up to the high ground, so Horizon going to look to try and play away from that area,
Radiant are scary.
giving them a free fight underneath that big vision.
This game becomes a lot easier if Mercy's able to get that beat. Again, he just needs to play uber passive. The only time to join into these fights is when Anti-Mage shows up. And I feel like you're very happy with not having a Shadow Shaman in the fight versus not having an Anti-Mage in terms of what the net worth does. And yeah, you might lack a little bit of control, but Anti-Mage is the one that you need to control. Or on the S. Assuming Hex cooldown, extra shackles duration.
This is big, WS. We're going to need to do it for the kill. They got the Lotus Orb off. So at least that's something. It's not going to matter. He'll still go down in the end or really force stuff up among Dire. Has to commit forward with the Remnants and the BKB. Maybe God King can turn around the changes there onto the Anti-Mage, but into the rescue is the Tiny. Chains gets cancelled. And now Radiant, they should be able to come out on top inside the team fight. Although Mamang Dai's still in some trouble. He's got the gem. They should be able to recover it, but Dreamer Cell again. There's no stun. They're going to try and cancel it as best as they can, but look at the chain control. Where's the damage? Dreamer Cell just gets the blink away at the last second to keep the Anti-Mage alive. But the consistent spam of the Searing Chains is still proving to be a gigantic issue. And he's trying to find an opening to enter the fight, but he can't because gone. This raid boss Underlord gets the ultra kill out of everyone.
It's again Mercy though, right? Like, he got the chains onto the right target, the shackles, excuse me, but Yeah, it's just that Avatos combo that disrupted things. This is why I keep mentioning the importance of that BKB for himself. He needs to make sure that he's getting into that because, again, look at the talents. He got 2.5 levels off of that. Now he's got 3 less seconds on the Hex cooldown, an extra second on Shackles. So 6-second Shackle into a 3.5-second Hex duration. You've basically only got half a second where you're not able to get this full lockdown onto someone. I mean, I want to see. I'm even going to stop anything though. I'm thinking like, can you go Lincolns someone on spawn? Because again, that's the only way that you're going to be able to kill this anti-mage. Blink Hex into Shackles with a BKB being popped, right? Lotus isn't going to be enough to be able to stop that. Because the BKB, then you're not, the Shaman isn't the one being shackled as well, right? So he's still going to be able to get it off. Lotus would feel nice against, you know, as a global removal, as a root removal as well, but I really feel like someone needs to go Lincoln to just pop it onto the anti-mage the second that he gets he gets hacked.
Yep. Oh.
Staffs or Blimp Capes or all that. Who knows? Maybe it might even just be Delul getting a jump in and then, like, tossing back to the rest of the team, you know? Not using Avatos as aggressively.
Yep.
Especially
Regardless of
that after BKB's popped on the Shaman. I think counterplay. Shuns up though. Smoke.
Smoke on smoke. Pick up the Invis. Now. The shoot to the Invis is gone. Yeah, they're gonna ping it out.
No.
Roche is falling fast. It's falling real fast with this Hypersonic gun, and they probably didn't expect how fast it would have been claimed.
Gotta know that they're looking to go for it when they put up these high ground wards. Still had a bit of duration left on the smoke. They could have gone for the play, but not over for free.
Yep.
Luna gets the shard as well. I like it.
In the Aegis too for God King, level 20 now, so plus 100 beam damage. I didn't go for the Moonglaves fired on Lucent Beam. Okay.
I don't think he's going to be using Lucent Beam all that much in these fights, to be honest. It's all about being a right-clicking beast stage. Of course, you want the Eclipse to connect onto as many units because, you know, it's a positive feedback loop. That boosts up your Aghanim shard damage. Right-click the more, he's almost panic as well. Really feels like that's all they're waiting for right now. Armin is 100 gold away from the BKB himself. That's the main priority. He's even holding onto the Philosopher's Stone. Once he gets that, it really feels like they can look to play a lot more on the front. Lads, on as well. Like it. Bump up that Luna. Let her be the raid monster that she is.
And just completed the AC. So even more of the aura for the Underlord. It's a 20 talent with a reduction. 15% extra reduction in the atrophy aura. So, which could prove to be a really big issue because Radiant, their claws are not scaling. Momong Dai is having a really difficult time in the network. Wami's 1, 6, and 15. So it's going to be very long till he gets to the threat of like a Aghanims and Refresher, and it's a great Aghanims game for the break.
Dire's top tower.
Sorry, that's 25 talent. So I guess that's where the Might is able to come into play. But
Scanning.
we'll see. Horizon in a great position though. It's still, there's always a threat of spawn now. Like they need to make sure they're grouped up because there is this global potential where maybe Mercy's playing in a tree line, then you get the rift in and all of a sudden everyone's there to blow someone up, or even the Underlord as well. You can just hold someone into place and then if there's people playing behind him. So spawn have to be very disciplined. Their positioning across the map. You want to play with their ward though. Working, it's a little bit far forward from the team. A little bit further away. He got the BKB off. So they weren't able to play around with the perfect use of the chain control. Jakira just runs into the middle. So another member's going to be killed off the start to fight. With Spawn, multiple buyback coming in. Dreamer still wants to turn it around though. It's a pretty big mana void, but he's stuck into place. He's able to reposition, but look at the damage from God King. They can't address the Luna. She is a real big issue at this stage of the game, and now WS is going to chase down Hyde as well. Already 2 members will not have a buyback in Hyde. That's a dieback for him.
That might be game, honestly. Like, you've just finished up the Satanic as well on the Luna, I believe? Unless his courier died. Okay, that's kind of a big deal. But, yep, the base is exposed. You can push in. No bad back on these 3 heroes. It was kind of a crazy play by Mamang Daya to go back in after he'd used his BKB already. And Mercy's the MVP for mine. 7 deaths don't care. His positioning has always been on point. Again, though, it really does feel like they were just lacking a little bit of that chain stun to be able to take out the Luna. Getting that BKB meant that the Eclipse goes, you're able to do even more damage and follow it in. That's what I love about the aggressive use out of the Global Silence as well. It forces the BKBs, which make Shadow Shaman, Timbersaw, Underlord, everyone just ramps up.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I don't know where we're XDing at, but
Barracks are under attack.
It's just like, you want to keep trying to focus me? Tough shit. I'm owning you right now, and I'm a Shadow Shaman.
wow. We'll be able to respawn pretty shortly at the full 5-man. But we've still got ages for another minute though onto God King. Oh, like precast to the root. He's gonna get blown up. And they even use the Global Silence as well, just to protect that initial jump. One last fight potentially is all they need to close out the game for Horizon. God King's gonna be cautious though. 40 seconds with the ages ticks. They'll get the kill.
Big kill.
Mercy's gone as well. It's a lot of the control inside the middle of the team fight. Dreamercell's gonna look to jump over the top as well. They'll take care of another support. But it's all on Dreamercell. It's all on the back of the anti-mage.
He's back into base just to clear out this gigantic creep wave, but yeah, very smart choice by Horizon. There is no need for you to continue going into that fight, potentially giving them an avenue to come back into this game on spawn. Just back off, wait for your respawns to come through. Was still, like, it's such a long time since Shadow Shaman died last that that's still the dieback timer for himself. But get back, full 60 seconds in the graveyard, but all the lanes are going to be pushing in. Guys, sell some of these items that he's got in his backpack. I mean, before he went for that second dive in, he had the 200 gold short of the Aghanim Shard. You sell your Quelling Blade, sell your Magic Wand, that's going to be plenty to be able to have that. And who knows, maybe that little bit of extra damage would have been the difference maker. But they've taken a few bad fights in a row, and well, 1 or 2 is all you really need to be able to really get in front on this Luna, who she herself is reaching the level 25 as well. She's able to get into third Roshan. They would be hoping for, honestly, either the Refresher or the Ags is fine. Refresher for Silencer, Ags for the Luna, because we get that level 25. Even an anti-mage isn't going to be able to avoid that chain stun coming from the Eclipse. It's got Abyssal though. Dreamercell. Deal. 25. Less mana void duration, just cooldown, excuse me, just 20 seconds. To at this stage. Honestly, Silencer. Ponyo has to be very careful with his position. He's got the second most mana on his team, and I would say he's probably the squishiest. Shadow Shaman is always going to be playing super far back. If Ponyo's positioning is bad once, that mana void could be enough to be able to turn this one around just with all of that AoE damage.
Let's see. MKB just completed here for Dreamercell. And they're about to run underneath this Observe Ward, so they're actually thinking about taking the fight. But you see Mercy on the line. Instant use of the BKB. Mercy once again. An opportunity to pop it on Daya.
He's dead.
Great use of the Stormcrafter, but it's knocking him out of the pit. Holds him into place. Now WS is on the hunt for more as well. It's going to be a 3v5. This is looking like a very hard defense now, but the throne exposed as well. Horizon can just walk it down and hit the objectives. They want to celebrate with some kills though. Mercy's still going to go down to start the fight. And Dreamercell's going to try and play around with the BKB. They do get the Doom off before
it was
he dies on Wummy. Oh, okay, never mind. No value out of the Doom, and now the throne. They're just going to turn to beat on him. They should be able to blow it up before there's a response. From them, thoroughly impressed with the second game.
him and the Shadow Shaman, but I don't care what it says. Mercy is my MVP.